Hey-o!
Hey,
Welcome
hey,
back.
hey.
Hey,
We're back.
we're here.
Yes, sir.
It was a long week and a half,
We missed you guys.
about a week and a half.
We had some,
We had
changes.
a lot of stuff going on, and we appreciate you guys hanging in there.
We had a venue change.
New cave, same cryptids.
I caught a big fish while we were gone.
Did you?
Yeah.
You did.
Tell us about it. It was a brown trout.
Oh.
On a fly. It was fun.
John's dad was surprised to hear that you fish.
John's dad he doesn't know I do. I mean, I don't know what he thinks I do.
He was surprised to hear that you fished until I said it's fly fishing, and he says, well, I can see that.
Oh. Well, what is he trying to imply there? I don't know. Listen,
Because I think it has something to do with, like, fancy people fly fish.
Oh, because Evan's well-to-do or something? I'm not well-to-do. I drive an F-150. So? A lot of well-to-do people.
It's a nice F-150.
Yeah. I drive a Dodge Stratus. I drive it. I oversee 6 people. What? Yeah, I remember that. That was us. SNL, Will Ferrell. Yeah, that's exactly.
What was that from Employee of the Month? It's a 92 Honda Civic. How dare you?
Oh, who's Anal? Yeah. Oh.
So yeah, welcome back to Cryptids and Cold Ones.
Welcome back.
It's funny you did that because you didn't hear it yet, but that's going going in the intro.
Welcome back.
I'm John.
I'm Evan. I'm Kyle.
And
I missed you guys. I missed you.
Yeah, some housekeeping.
Housekeeping.
Per usual, our link tree is going to be in the show notes. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
We have a Twitter now. Well, it's X.
X. It's still Twitter in my heart.
I agree.
I don't like change.
I don't either. You made a lot of them recently for some reason.
That's true. I did.
Life changes are good. Yeah.
Yeah.
For the gooder.
I'm just grinning ear to ear.
I'm so freaking thankful. I love that. I really, no homo, I missed you guys.
So I do have the Untapped started. I have not put any of the beers in yet because I need to go back through and listen to the episodes and figure out what we're actually going to put as the rankings.
To be fair, you've been a busy little boy.
I have been a busy little boy.
So bear with us. Bear with John.
We're working on it. I hope our audio quality has stepped up because that was another change I made is I got rid of our old board. Got us a new one.
I like it. It sounds great. I'm still with the podcast. I didn't get picked for the new pope, so
I love all the memes and stuff coming out right now because he's from Chicago. My sister's making me a shirt with him on it that says "Da Pope."
Da Pope.
Da Pope.
In my job, I'll just say one of my clients said, "Oh, we got a new pope," and I'm like, "Oh, cool, blah blah blah," and she's like, "I hope he's not a lefty like the last one." I was like, "Oh my god, that's awesome." I don't follow, but whatever. Yeah. He is, just so you know. Oh, no, he's from Chicago, so
Da Pope.
It's to be expected. He is American though, so that makes him.
Yeah, I want to give a quick shout out to the Crock and Cans guys.
What's up, dudes?
They just sent a message that says, "Get it, boys. Make sure Kyle keeps his hands to himself."
What? What does that mean? What does that even mean? I'm not exactly certain, but I think they haven't formed an opinion of you. Hey guys, please explain that.
Yeah, shout out to the Crock and Cans.
Yeah, those crackheads. That's what they call their listeners. I love it.
We need a nickname for our listeners. We should let the fans decide. I'm gonna make a post.
Tismanauts.
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 Yes. That's it. All right.
Evan.
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry, listeners. You are now autismanauts.
Oh, we got to get a sticker for that one.
Yes. All right. So you guys ready for the important things?
Give me a hell yeah.
Give me a hell yeah. What?
You like? Oh, that's good.
Today, we have a very special beer. It is the Dean Boiler Amber Ale.
Who's it made by?
Zealand Brewing.
I've never had anything from them. Dean Boiler for all your boiler needs.
Yes.
They work on boilers.
In Michigan.
So, what is a boiler?
It takes cold water and makes it really, really hot.
So
to the point where it creates a phase change, where it goes from a liquid to steam.
So it's kind of like a nuclear reactor, but not as Chernobyl.
Well, it could take out a whole entire building.
Really?
Yes, there was actually a nursing home, and I want to say this was in.
Not covered by Dean Boiler, by the way.
No, I'm not gonna name the company that did this, but I want to say it was in the mid to late 90s. Their boiler, the legs on it were starting to rot out, and they kept being told like, "Hey, you guys can't keep running this." Well, this company came in and did all this, controls testing, and they left it. Well, overnight the legs gave out and the boiler tilted, and it ripped the gas lines open. It had an atmospheric burner on it. So the room just kept filling with gas. And when it called for heat, the flame kicked on and it took out
In what building? What kind of building?
It was a nursing home.
Oh, the old God.
I'm gonna have to Google it because I can't remember.
Yeah, we might do an episode. It's brought to you by Dean Boiler. No. We don't blow up. Yes. We don't kill the old folks like Gretchen Whitmer. Oh, I love it. COVID. Coof. Oh, man.
Clara Barton Convalescent Center in Flint.
Oh, it was in Flint, too. They have bad luck.
1999. 20 injured. 5 people died with 20 injuries.
Wow. I like it.
It blew out windows and collapsed the ceiling of the nursing home.
That's insane.
Yeah, so there's actually a book called Blowback, and all it is about boiler explosions.
Is that like the movie version of Backdraft for boiler people?
Yeah, kind of.
Like boiler people. Like I don't know jack shit about boilers, and wow, that's.
I've worked on.
Seems cool.
I've worked on some some steam superheaters that run 550 psi superheated steam.
I don't know anything.
So steam has a lot of saturation in it, and when you superheat it, it becomes a dry steam, and they use that steam to turn turbines.
I set my tires at 33 psi.
You can't use wet steam in a turbine because it'll destroy.
Oh, that makes sense.
Moisture will destroy it, so you need a dry steam. So you have the steam then goes into the superheater, and then it takes the moisture out of it. So and when you take a really hot shower, that's not steam, that's just water vapor.
I'm trying to,
because if the water was hot enough for it to actually be steam, you probably wouldn't have skin left.
I'm really concerned about our listeners. I enjoy my skin. What? Oh, about the boiler stuff? Yeah, I mean, they like the boiler shit. They like the snappy patter we have going back.
What if they're like, oh my god, I actually learned something today.
Yeah, they don't come here for that. Our autism.
Do you know what the boiling point of water is?
Oh crap! I'm not a science guy. Boiling point 2. I'll give you a hint. 2. 10.
212 at atmospheric pressure,
and that's in an American heat, Fahrenheit. I knew it was 100 that's in Celsius. Well, you would, fancy boy.
That's freedom degrees. Thank you very much.
Freedom degrees.
Degrees per eagle screams.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm comfortable with Celsius. We're just excited to be back, and we wanted to talk to each other.
Yeah.
It has been too long.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, John again. We know that you are all used to hearing the three of us crack jokes and not take things too seriously while we record these episodes. But one thing that the three of us do take seriously is mental health, and believe we should take this time to spread a positive message. That's why I'd like you guys to check out the Hey You Project. Founded in 2020, the Hey You Project set out to break the stigma of mental health and has since made contributions to organizations such as the National Alliance of Mental Illness, American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and many more. Follow the link in our link tree and use the code JOHN29177 for 5% off your order. Back to the show.
Yeah.
But what are we talking about today? I honestly forgot what
we're talking about children that have been stricken with hydrocephalus, aka water on the brain, big heads, or melonheads.
Oh,
melonheads.
Okay, all right.
We're going to be going through Michigan.
The Michigan Melonheads.
Michigan Melonheads. That could be our Autism Nuts logo. And we're going to take a turn into a place that's not a real state, Ohio. And then last, but certainly not gay, is Connecticut. We're going to Connecticut. I've never been to Connecticut.
I have.
Why?
I went there and worked on houses when I was in high school.
This dude and his goodwill.
Doing wells and that continent.
Yeah.
Evan, you're just a man of the world.
Connecticut was interesting.
Oh.
I didn't even know there was rural Connecticut. It's such a small state. I found rural Connecticut.
It was probably beautiful, I imagine.
It was no different than like rural Michigan.
Rural Jersey. I've been to rural Jersey. Rural. But
I don't know, man. Nothing compares to God's country.
Yeah. UP.
Nothing compares
I
to
thought you were
that.
talking about Tuscola County. That's in the thumb of Michigan. The thumb of Michigan. But yeah, we're gonna go down there's not a whole lot on the Melonheads, but I just kind of resonated with me because I've kind of got a large head too, and I just thought that it's by birth. I don't have any water in my brain, but we're gonna start in Michigan. The Melonheads of Michigan. I can't even say it with a straight face. It just sounds like a derogatory.
We need to start our own imaginary baseball league. And so far, our first team is the Michigan Melonheads.
I like it.
And then, the Alma Autism Nuts.
I love it.
So the Melonheads of Michigan are said to reside around the Felt Mansion. Although they have been reportedly seen in southern forested areas of Ottawa County, according to one story, they were originally children with hydrocephalus, aka water on the brain. Have you guys ever heard of that?
Yes, actually.
I have not.
I heard about it growing up. I don't think it's very common now. But
I've heard of gonosyphiherpelitis.
Flaming hot rabies as well.
You find that.
The needle piss.
Central Michigan University.
Heyo! That's where I got mono. So they were originally children with hydrocephalus who lived at the Junction Insane Asylum near Felt Mansion. I love how they just call it, back in the day, they call it Insane Asylum. Like, you guys are just batshit. You were insane.
And they probably weren't. They just had deformed heads. They're just like, into the closet, sir. We're going to lock you in the attic.
Dude, they used to do some crazy stuff back in the day. Like, they would, give women lobotomies because they were on their period and stuff. Like,
they stopped doing lobotomies in, 1970. Like the 70s.
All right, I'm going to Google something real quick because it's when the last time the guillotine was used. Because it's a lot later than what you would think.
Yeah. I don't know. I bet you fucking French.
Also, I typed in when was and it popped up Flint water crisis.
So while you're doing that, so the story explains that after enduring physical and emotional abuse,
1977.
where?
In France.
France. And
That isn't saying that they chopped someone's head off
wow.
in 77.
I wonder if it was public display.
The last government-sanctioned execution by guillotine was on September 10th, 1977 in France.
Oh, they're still chopping people's heads
I
off.
also
in France.
heard
it's just
that-
not government sanctioned.
On another podcast that the guy who invented the guillotine actually died by said guillotine.
Oh.
That doesn't surprise me. That reign of terror, Robespierre, man.
Robespierre.
Not
Robes.
chill. When I was an undergrad, we did a simulation of the French Revolution. I got to be Lafayette, and I just used the gendarme to literally kill everyone, and totally screwed up the simulation. The professor was pissed.
Now every time I drive in Bay City down Lafayette Street, I'm gonna think of that.
Yeah, me really upsetting a professor. Well, he started it. Like his class was at 8:30.
Oh God!
Wow.
College?
Yeah.
Jeez. Someone doesn't like to party.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That did not work well for me.
Those are the best partying nights.
I know.
So these kids were emotionally and physically abused. These hydrocephalus melonheads. And they became feral and were released into the forest surrounding the asylum. Like, so
Feral children.
I researched this, wrote it, but it's a lot of like copy and paste from various articles and stuff, and it's just the way I can't help but laugh because I've got no soul, and I'm just thinking about like
These guys were terrifying.
these these kids got water in the brain, hell out of here, and beat the shit out of them. Like,
And then they're like, "Be gone, you."
be gone, ye big ass head. That boy ain't right.
That boy ain't right, boy. I tell you what.
The Allegan County Historical Society asserts that this asylum never existed, although it was at one point a prison. However, the story has been part of local folklore for decades. Laketown Township Manager Al Meshkin told the Holland Sentinel that he had heard tales as a teenager, noting that his friends referred to the beings as, this would be a good name for our followers. They referred to the beings as, quote, wobbleheads. We got autismonauts, wobbleheads. Let's take
Whenever my kids do something silly, I'm gonna start calling them
You're a
wobbleheads.
wobblehead.
I call them dupas.
Oh, Polish.
And one not too long ago, my daughter was like, "What does that actually mean?" And I said, "It means ass." And she goes, "You said it meant butt." And I said, "An ass and a butt is the same thing."
Yeah. Some versions of the legend say that the children once lived in the mansion itself, but later retreated to a system of caverns.
There's a system of caverns. I would like to explore those.
There's, I think I'm going to research, there's in Portland, Oregon,
Oregon.
probably by Chaz, the Chaz. There's
Is
a
that
lot
still a
of
thing?
underground tunnels, not anymore, but there's a lot of underground tunnels. There's shady tomfoolery going down under there.
I know what I'm gonna do my next episode on. I can't tell you.
The guys go on an adventure.
And we need to start doing YouTube videos, but they're all going to be in the same vein as Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh my god.
Yes, I like it. The gang goes to Chaz.
The gang goes Bigfoot hunting and gets shot at by a local farmer.
Some versions of this legend say that children devised a plan to escape and kill the doctor that abused them. It is said that the children had no place to hide the body, so they cut it up into small pieces, which they hid around the mansion. Rumors exist that teenagers who'd broken into the mansion saw ghosts of the children and claimed to see shadows of the doctor's murder through the light coming from an open door. Imagine seeing the ghost of a wobblehead. Like, okay, you're already freaked out enough seeing an apparition. Now you're seeing this big banging head ghost.
It's basically a dwarf with a really big head.
What sound, Evan? What sound does the wobblehead make?
I feel like it makes like a sound because okay, so I will not say where I was, but I was very intoxicated, and
Where were you?
I'm not saying
Where?
I was standing on top of a roof somewhere.
Which roof?
I'm just stop. Let me tell the story. It's good. So, and there happened to be this little person that had a like Amigo scooter,
Oh,
and everyone in the general vicinity was wasted, including the little person. And they ran their Amigo into a tree, fell out, got up, and made this sound, and I could not stop laughing. I lost my shit so hard.
Imagine seeing Tyrion Lannister falling off.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I love little people though, but we all joke and say ignorant shit, but yeah, it's. Oh God!
Like thinking of this, it's like the memory is so vivid.
So this legend is. All right, so that's the sound the wobbleheads, the melonheads. Jesus. Oh, the legend is spread throughout the region, even becoming a subject of a 2011 film simply titled, and John, you're going to have to watch this. It's called The Melonheads, which is based around the West Michigan legend. The Felt Mansion became St. Augustine Seminary for Boys in 1949. A former student told the Grand Haven Tribune that Melonheads actually referred to something else. And, quote, rumors start because of the unknown. The Melonheads were actually seminarians at St. Augustine Seminary in the Felt Mansion, the former student explained. The local kids called us that because it was a private school and we were brainy.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
Right. You're out there abusing the Melonheads.
They abuse the Melonheads.
Yeah.
Poor kids.
So now we're going to a little place called Ohio. It's
Waffle House.
Do we have any listeners from Ohio?
We do.
How many?
Hold
Too
on.
many.
Let me know if am I allowed to alienate our listeners?
I don't know.
We're not very good about keeping listeners as
Yeah.
far as like we're like
We just picked up a whole bunch of Slovakians somehow.
Hey, so I don't know anything about Slovakia.
I don't either. It's part of it's the Balkan country. So like
Yes, Balkanization.
they were part of the former Yugoslavia.
They made some cool guns.
They did.
One interesting fact about Slovakia is it has more castles than Starbucks.
I appreciate that.
There's more than 6,000 caves.
Oh.
And
Another interesting fact is Slovakia has good genes. I don't understand that one.
genetics or blue jeans?
Genetics.
Oh, okay. Explains why they're listening to us.
So this legend comes from Ohio. The Melonhead stories of Ohio are primarily associated with everyone that lives in Ohio. No, are primarily associated with the Cleveland suburb of Kirtland in Lake County. Come on down
to Cleveland Town, everyone. Under construction since 1868. Here's a river that catches on fire. It's so polluted that all our fish have AIDS.
Hell yeah, boys.
We are starting.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, according to local lore, the Melonheads were originally orphans under the watch of a mysterious figure known as Dr. Crow. Dr. Crow is said to have performed unusual experiments on children who developed large, hairless, and malformed heads.
Dr. Quinn, medicine woman. Do you guys remember that shit?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She does infomercials I see at Planet Fitness all the time.
Was she the lady in Wedding Crashers that said, I just had my tits done?
I don't know. I don't recall.
That was the scene where Vince Vaughn's like, did you motorboat her? You motorboating son of a bitch, you old sailor.
I think it's also pretty sad that I knew exactly to type in Jane Seymour.
Yes.
I have no clue.
Yeah.
Yes, she was in Wedding Crashers.
Okay. I'm not insane. I don't belong at the Felt Mansion with the Melonheads.
I mean, you do have a big head, though.
I do.
You wobblehead, you.
Some accounts claim that the children were already suffering from hydrocephalus, and that Crow injected even more fluid into their brains. What the fuck? Like, I'm just gonna keep pumping fluid into these kids. Dr. Crow likes to party. All right. Eventually, the legend continues. The children killed Crow, burned the orphanage, and retreated to the surrounding forest and supposedly fed on babies. So, when I read that, I was like, they just fed on babies? Like, you just...
Where'd they get the babies from?
Yeah, like...
400 babies.
Were they drinking Power Thirst?
Oh.
They run so fast.
You'll run as fast as canyons.
Oh, we covered that in a long time ago.
That's okay, and it's always going to keep coming up.
Hell yeah. Legends hold that the Melonheads may be sighted along Wisner Road in Kirtland and adjacent Chardon Township in Geauga County. You guys ever heard of Geauga Lake? There used to be another like kind of like Cedar Point near Geauga Lake.
No.
I forgot
Did
that
it close down because people died like in that?
maybe the Melonheads took it over.
You know that thing we watched that we tried to record. What was the name of that movie?
Oh yeah. What was
It
it?
was like Water Slide Blade or something.
No, it was. It's just.
That movie was so awesome.
I'm so sad that the audio was just shot.
That movie was pure dog shit, but I loved it because it was with you guys. We were drinking, and it was just so terrible.
We tried to do a Mystery Science Theater for you guys, and it didn't.
We can still do it. We just need to watch it on a TV so it doesn't ruin our audio.
We will. We'll get that.
I also want to know why Cracking Cans wanted me to keep my hands to myself. We'll dig into that later.
He's coming.
I'm not cuddly. I'm homophobic. I don't want to touch guys.
You know what they say? The only people that are really scared of gay people is gay people.
Just let it happen. Shh. So the Melonhead legend has been popularized on the internet, particularly the website Creepy Cleveland and Dead Ohio. Dead Ohio. I like that name. No, I love you, Ohioans. Where users offer their own versions of the story. A movie, Legend of the Melonheads, released in 2010, is based on the Ohio legend and various other legends in the Kirtland area. In 2018 horror anthology movie, The Field Guide to Evil. What?
I typed in horror comedy, and the blue collar comedy tour popped up.
Side note, Ohio listeners, we appreciate you. And if you want us to come down and visit, send us Waffle House gift cards.
Yes.
We will literally come down to Waffle House. We'll tell you in advance.
Aqua Slash.
It was
That
Aqua.
was a good movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, carry on, Evan.
So
Olive Branch to Ohio.
Yeah, Olive Branch to Ohio. Send us Waffle House gift cards. We'll tell you ahead of time which Waffle House we're going to, and you can come eat Waffle House with us. Scattered and smothered is the way I like it.
And we could get into a fist fight if you like.
Yeah.
Because of all the bad stuff we say about Ohio.
What else do you do at a Waffle House?
I almost witnessed a fist fight at
Oh,
Waffle
yeah.
House, and it was
Was
North
it at
Carolina.
nighttime or was it?
No, it was during the day. It was North Carolina. These people started arguing with the cook. The cook just about jumped the counter, and this lady's like yelling at the cook because they didn't want to pay, and she just was like, "Your food is dirty."
Well, yeah,
it's expected.
Yeah.
It's part of the charm.
Oh man. So like, I gotta say this, like, because we're Michiganders, Ohio. We gotta make fun of Ohio.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm not opposed to it.
I mean, that
It's in good fun.
always.
We have the right to because we got the UP.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't have it, Wisconsin.
Yeah. Wisconsin.
So where did I leave off? Oh yeah. Field Guide to Evil, featuring this horror anthology movie, The Field Guide to Evil, featuring 8 stories from cultures around the world. The contribution from the USA is a rendition of the Melonheads, where a man's son is taken into the woods and turned into a Melonhead.
How do you get turned into a melon?
Well, you could, like the good doctor from earlier, you just get injected with water. I
It would have to happen slowly over time because your head would just explode. Side note, idea, don't ever do this, but if you put a puppy in a box and then fed it and just kept it in that box, it would eventually form the shape of a box, and then you would have a box-shaped puppy. But I don't advocate for that whatsoever because that's animal cruelty, and I love dogs. But I just thought of that.
Japan does that with fruits and vegetables. They put it in a box, and then it grows around the box, and it's all weird shapes.
That's odd, but
that's more humane than a freaking puppy.
Well, I just thought of it. It came to my mind because you're talking about modifying a head. You could modify an entire dog. Anyway, the Japanese do some interesting things.
Right.
And on next episode, World War II and Nazi scientists.
Operation Paperclip. Oh man, we should do an episode on that.
Yeah, I think most of our ideas come from just us shit talking. I really do.
I know. That's the beauty of this.
So, in 2024, the Melonheads House of Crow is based on the legend. Research show that Dr. Crow likely didn't exist. So we're going to move on over to the Connecticut. Legend in Connecticut. Sawmill City Road is the dirt road where the Shelton Melonheads supposedly lurk. I love that word, lurk.
It sounds mischievous.
It's like skulking about.
Skulking about. Yes.
I love old school words and old timey words, lurking and skulking and scallywag, whirling dervish.
That's a slur, actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So is a maroon.
I did not know that.
Oh yeah, we won't go into that because we'll definitely get canceled. I do not want it.
I would be so proud if we got canceled.
I would too, but I'd also
it's coming.
I don't.
Well, let's be real, it's coming.
Well, I think because we're going through an evolution. We started off all meek and mild. Now we're just talking mad shit, and it's good. It's good for the soul.
I know.
I hope the listeners like it.
It's cathartic.
Yeah,
for us. I mean,
yeah. Get the boys together. So several variations of the Melonhead legend can be found throughout southwest Connecticut, especially in southern Litchfield County, central and eastern Fairfield County, and western New Haven County, Connecticut. In Fairfield County and Litchfield County, many tales can be found in communities such as Newtown, New Milford, Trumbull, Shelton, Who Cares, Stratford, blah, 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 blah. In western and central New Haven County, tales can be found in towns like Seymour, Oxford, Milford, and Southbury.
Those are very
English?
Yeah,
like Southbury.
They're very New very New England names.
There are several primary Connecticut variations. According to one variation of the myth, Fairfield County was the location of an asylum for the criminally insane that burned down in the fall of 1960, resulting in the death of all of the staff and most of the patients, with 10 to 20 inmates unaccounted for, supposedly having survived and escaped to the woods.
They're all Melonheads that escaped?
Yes. Oops.
This is one of their characteristics. They're very, very hard to keep track of.
They're rascally.
The boiler blew up in the basement. And wasn't serviced by Dean Boiler.
Yeah. That's where they screwed up.
The legend states that the Melonheads' appearance is the result of them having resorted to cannibalism in order to survive the harsh winters of the region and to inbreeding, which in turn caused them to develop hydrocephalus.
How does having a huge ass head help you when it gets cold out?
So
don't you lose most of your heat through your head?
I want to talk about that cannibalism thing. There's something that you can actually get from cannibalism.
Yes.
What's it called?
Botula?
No, that's what they put in you for the shots that make your face freeze. No, I'm gonna look it up right now. It's gonna drive me nuts.
No, I know they're you can develop some sort of physical deformity or whatnot from
cannibalism.
I would taste like dog shit. All the preservatives in my body.
Cannibalism, a health warning.
Guru.
Guru?
Yeah, it's called Kuru.
What does it do to you?
It's a prion disease, much like chronic wasting disease.
Oh.
It makes you
The
go
health
crazy.
the health implications of eating colleagues.
It's a neurodegenerative condition. Consumption of infected human brain tissue, and interesting. The 4 people of New Guinea were known to practice cannibalism, particularly during funeral rituals, which led to the spread of Kuru.
In the ambulant stage, you can see headaches, joint pain, shaking, loss of balance, deterioration of speech, and decreased muscle control. Or you're just really drunk.
It's actually called transmissible spongy. It's classified as a transmissible spongiform encephalopathy. So hydrocephalopathy. It's using a similar word there.
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor, so don't listen to me. Don't eat people.
Don't eat people.
PSA.
So these inmates were not accounted for. Yeah, they were cannibals, blah, blah, blah. Some retellings of this version substitute the asylum or prison with places of business or campgrounds and inmates / patients with employees, staff, or camp doors. Individual variations will modify what town these individuals were originally from and where they end up.
Where do they end up?
I can hear my kid upstairs yelling at his Xbox. That's awesome. I love how sound travels. Oh, well, at least he didn't swear. So, according to the second variation, the Melonheads are descendants of a colonial era family from Shelton Turnbull, who were banished after accusations of witchcraft were made against them, causing them to retreat in the woods. As with the first version of this legend, this variation attributes the appearance of the Melonheads to inbreeding, family fornication. Melonheads allegedly prey upon humans who wander into their territory. Like the first version, individual retellings will modify what town the family was originally from and where they end up. Inspirations and origins. The characteristics of legend evolve in parts of various versions of the legend affect other versions of the legend. For example, some legends claim the Melonheads would bite or consume whoever entered their territory. Also, the Melonheads' territory commonly involves a secluded rustic or dirt road running through it. Stories about deformed country people who keep to themselves are common in legend, aka the super hunky. I think that's what we're going to have to... We were talking about making up our own cryptid, just to...
Well, it does exist. It's just not called the super honkies.
Well, I think super honkies, like, yeah. Well, we'll work on it. We'll table that for now. Maybe one of our episodes will be the super honky.
Oh, let's do it for April 1st next year.
There you go.
We'll
That's a good idea. A little holiday.
I like it.
Or maybe we'll do it for 420 or something. So we're going to wrap this up. Stories about deformed country people who keep to themselves are common in legend.
It's just common.
It's just common, not in legend.
All those deformed country folk.
While the legend of the Melonheads is more widely told throughout southwest Connecticut, one of several other similar legends of deformed or mutated humans can be found in various locations of Fairfield and New Haven County. These legends have been told in overlapping communities where some individuals would tell versions of one legend alongside other individuals who would tell versions of another legend. Over time, this overlapping of oral tradition may have allowed the cross-contribution of elements to each other. Some similar legends include the Danbury Frog People, the Faceless People of Monroe, and my personal favorite, Mongoloid Village.
Oh, yeah. We're getting canceled for that. You can't say Mongoloid.
That's what the internet said. You can say that, can't you? I don't know.
Why can't you say it?
Yeah.
I just feel like that's
You
real
just-
bad.
Well, I said dwarves when we were talking about.
I don't
people.
know. I have a hard time picking on deformed people. Okay,
I know. It's not their fault. But
No, it's not. What's the point?
You used to pick on my little brother all the time.
He's not deformed. He's just fucking stupid.
oh, he said the F word.
Sorry, John's dad.
Sorry, John.
I thought we were
John's
gonna make
brother.
it. I thought we were gonna make it a whole episode without having to apologize. But
I'm just glad Evan got to sing.
I just remember when he bounced on his head.
after he got hit by the car,
Yeah.
his shoes flew off.
That was
Here's the
He stood up and he goes, "I'm okay," and he walked over the curb and goes,
He's like Peter Griffin going, ah.
and then that dude got arrested because he had illegal fireworks in his trunk and he was drunk.
illegal fireworks in his trunk.
This was a long
Probably got
time
him from Ohio.
Probably.
That's where we used to go back in the day
Yeah.
when fireworks were illegal in Michigan.
Yeah, we used to drive down to Ohio, right across the border.
Go to Cedar Point, buy some illegal fireworks.
Yep.
But here's the question, Evan: what firearm caliber would be optimal for a deformed mongoloid child? Because we've asked this question to other cryptids.
17 HMR.
17. Ooh,
It's
little
like-
hornet.
It's like
Make
a
his head go
balloon.
whoosh.
It's like a balloon. It's
Would it be like shooting a can of Fix-A-Flat or something?
Oh my god,
It's an easy target. Oh man, that was
that is bad.
yeah,
Real
I mean,
bad.
I'm glad we're back because this was
This was
off the rails.
much needed.
It was
Yeah.
necessary.
Oh, but what else is on our minds
Oh.
other than not having water on our minds? We do not have hydrocephalus.
I have a normal sized head. It's not shaped very good, but it's normal size.
Have you ever shaved your head?
I
and
have.
Looked at your phrenology.
So
records?
one year when we were in New Jersey at Fort Dix for annual training, I had a very tiny mustache, and we got bored and he shaved my head with a brook razor. And the first sergeant pulled me off to the side and he said, "Hey man, you gotta get rid of that mustache." And I said, "Why? It's within regs." And he goes, "I know, but it's very tiny and you have a skinhead. Do you understand how bad that looks?" And I said, "Well, now that you pointed it out, I do."
Oh my. You and Ye would
We
get
used-
along real well.
We used to call Fort Dix Fort Plural Penises.
What is the plural form of penis?
Peni. Penises. Penar.
So yeah,
How long did we go, John?
we are currently at 41
Oh, that was a short-
41 minutes and 52 seconds.
Hey everyone, it's John. I just wanted to take a second to talk about our friends over at Deemed Fit. Deemed Fit was founded by two first responders, and they focus on fitness and mental health, all through donating to causes like Tunnel of Towers, Beyond the Badge, P.S. I Love You, and more. Join us as we help them along by following the link in our link tree and using code CRYPTIDS15 for 15% off your order. Now back to the show.
That one was shouty.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
We got a little Waffle House, little Ohio shit talk in there.
We were being honest though. We will take those Waffle House gift cards.
Yeah, for real. And we will come down to Waffle
I
House.
went to a Denny's not too long ago, and there was no band in the corner playing music, and the food was cold, so I was very disappointed.
I've never seen a band at Waffle House.
You've never seen that?
No, Denny's. He said Denny's.
You've never seen that video where there's a hardcore band playing at a Denny's?
No. I
And
have not.
the vocalist is like, "What's up? What's up? What the fuck's up, Denny's?"
Sorry, John Stan.
You've never seen that?
I have not.
I'm gonna show it to you when we go off here.
Have you guys seen the video of the hardcore band? And it's like they're playing metal and they've worked shooting a Barrett 50 into percussion.
There's a guy on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram that goes by Gun Drummer,
Yeah.
and he like drums to metal songs, but then also uses various firearms to also play along to the song. And he's figured out how to like trigger perfectly so the firearms go off at the same time as the percussion.
Nice.
I love it.
Sounds
He
like
got
an expensive
his-
hobby.
His Facebook got hacked not too long ago, and there was like They were just putting up a bunch of porn links.
Hydrocephalus porn.
Yeah. On that note, it's never too late to escape into the woods and become the cryptid that you always wanted to be.
Or Melonhead.
Good night, Wildlands.
Good night, guys.